Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Hope you're having a great day. It's a great afternoon. Fall is here. I love it. Colder it gets. I want the snow. I want the rain. I want the ice. I want it. I'm so happy. Yesterday I actually did a campfire outside in the backyard. That's good. It's my favorite time of the year. Anyway, folks, today is Tuesday, September 27th, and I hope you guys are had a good night. We have a great show lined up for you guys today. I want to thank Jim Cunningham, who was our guest yesterday. Jim, of course, a fellow Elk Grover, has been in a band called the Rob Post Band. Of course, now he's the new lead singer of the band Off Broadway. It was great having Jim on. Jim and his wife stopped by and seen me on Friday at Chicago Prime, so it was great having him on the show. We got some great guests coming up this week, folks, and we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. Oh, boy, it's all good. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com, and give us a call at 847-769-8609. Now, folks, let's not forget to talk about our sponsors. And, folks, Roy McCampbell Law Group, attorney at law, statewide law practice that is client-focused and results-driven. If you're looking for a good lawyer, call my buddy Roy, 708-275-4264. Let's not forget my wife's company, Laura Ocean Solutions, increasing profits or reducing credit card fees. She can take care of that for you folks. Check her out. Does a great job. Deutsch Power Center, they're out of Elgin, Illinois. The Great Lakes servicing the construction and diesel industry in Chicago for the last 100 years. Call my buddy Sal at 224-276-6550, folks. Yes, let's keep it going with Don Esteban Cigars out of Tarpon Springs, Florida. Get those hand-rolled cigars sent right to your home. Javier can do a great job for you. Ask for the Tony Ocean cigar and get a discount. 727-366-7536. Let's not forget Airtight Windows, siding specialist, family-owned for 30 years. For honesty and quality, do it right with Airtight Windows. 708-788-5000. That's my buddy Lou, folks. And Trico Hair Experts out of Rosemont, Illinois, Anthony and Carmela, recreating great hair days, folks, for men, women, and children. 773-999-7888. Now, like I said, if you're seeing the show today for the first time, 4 ways to see the show. You're watching it now on the Tony Ocean Facebook page. You can also see it on the Mo Carrara page, my personal page. Don't forget, we're also live on Twitter. There's the code at the bottom of the screen, folks. We're also live. And don't forget, folks, you can also see us live every day on YouTube as well. And that's the bottom of the screen as well. And now, folks, you can see us live on LinkedIn. That's right. Every day, LinkedIn is live on Ocean's Pit. So you can't miss it every day at 12 o'clock. So wherever you guys are watching, or whether you watch the show later on in the day, because some of you people are working, some people don't have lunch, or some of you people are still unemployed, sitting at home and not going to work like half America is. But I hope you guys are enjoying yourself, at least, no matter what you're doing, as long as you're liking the show. Now, I had a night off yesterday, took the little campfire outside. I had a lot of stuff in there from the last year, so I had to clean it all up, and so I burnt everything down to the ground. So now the fire pit is empty again. So now when I start a fresh fire again, I will have no trouble. I got rid of everything that's been in there because we haven't used it in a while. But I do love it. Let's say hello to some people here today, folks. Albert, I'm inviting you to a bonfire tomorrow. Oh, look at that. That's fantastic, Albert. I'm working tomorrow, but thank you. Kathy, the Broken Oar outside, inside. I think it's inside on Saturday, folks. Inside. That's 2 to 6. The Broken Oar in Antioch will be with Mojo's Jukebox. That's my new rock band. And then Saturday night will be at Lucky Lulu's in McHenry with Jerry Jams. Daryl Armenstad. Luann, how are you doing, my good friend from New York City? The Big Apple is in the house watching. I hope you're doing well, Luann. Katie, Kathy, I hope you guys are doing well. Kathy Apolito. Isabella Drake, great seeing you Saturday at Taverna. Yvette, happy birthday, Yvette Marie, my good friend Yvette. I've seen you not too long ago, honey, and I hope you're doing well, and I hope you have an incredible birthday. Please give my best to our good friend Lisa. Now, folks, let me give you the schedule for the week. Tomorrow we'll be at Rosario's in Roselle with Carlo Joseph. Thursday, Moretti's at Edison Park outside. Last of the summer concerts. Bring a jacket with Jerry Jams. It's going to be a lot of fun. And Mikey D, I'm hearing. So that's Thursday, 7 o'clock outside. Friday, Chicago Prime Steakhouse. Saturday will be at the Broken Oar from 2 to 6, Antioch. with Mojo's Jukebox, and then Lucky Lulu's at 8 o'clock in McHenry. Sunday, I'm leaving. Camping trip, gone. Boom, gone. Sunday through Thursday, coming on Wednesday morning before my show. So I'm excited. It's my favorite time of the year. I used to go camping at least twice a year with my buddy George. Of course, we all know my buddy George passed away last year. So now me and my buddy Carlo is going to be going camping, going to Port Washington. It's like a little Galena. We can't wait. Got the giant camper. We're ready to go do some fishing. We're going to have a lot of fun just to get away. It's good. Tony Toto, my good brother. How you doing, my friend? Luann, Daryl. All right, we're all good. So coming up next Wednesday, we'll be at Are We Live in Burr Ridge with Daryl Armenstadt next Friday also. And then next Saturday, folks, the 8th, we're going to be at the Speakeasy. That is in St. Charles, Ron Onesti's Club Arcada Speakeasy with the Main Event Band. I'm excited about that. Although I'm not thrilled about hanging around smoke, I'll break down to be with friends rooting for our friend Mike. Well, very good, Albert. That's fantastic. Yes, we're rooting for our friend Mike as well, Michael. God bless. Good luck on a medical procedure he's about to receive. Michael, we wish you the best. The usher at the Arcada is going through some surgery. So, Michael, get well, buddy. And I wish you well. I also want to say my prayers out to my good friend Mary Schultz, my friend Bobby Schultz's wife, mom. And she's not doing too well, folks. So I made a little, that was asked by some of her friends, and I made a little video and I sent it to her, and I heard she was in good spirits by seeing it. And, sometimes a little encouraging word, I hope. She's a great lady. She used to come and see me with her daughter all the time. And I like Bob and Sherry, good people. So my prayers go out to Michael, of course, and Mary. I hope you guys are feeling much better. We miss you. We got to get you out there. All right, so let me say that tomorrow's guest is going to be cool. An old friend, more an acquaintance. We're not really friends, but we've known each other through the years in the music business. He was in Paradox back in the 80s, one of the bbest heavy metal rock bands in the city. And I was a Broken Heart 1313 at the time. Now he's moved away. Now we're going to have my good buddy Nick Koklanis on. And, of course, he's with the Ultimate Bon Jovi Tribute, which if all you Bon Jovi fans, I think he's also in a band called Animal Magnetism, which I'm thinking might be some Scorpions. So I don't know. We'll have him on tomorrow. So I'm excited to talk to Nick. I've not seen Nick since the Thirsty Well days. So now we're going back. Joe Nashka from Wisconsin. I hope you're doing well, my brother. Miss you, pal. Miss you. All right. So a lot of good things. Don't forget, folks, we got the Columbus Day Parade coming up Monday, October 10th. We're going to be at my own float. Usually, when I first started this about 15 years ago with Ron Onesti and the JCCs, we were always on different floats that Ron put us on. And then we got good friends with the Gulo family. So we've been out on their float for many years, and very proud and honored to be on their float. They're great friends. So talking to Ron this week, excuse me, a couple weeks ago, he asked me, hey, Tone, why don't you think about doing your own float? Well, we put it out there. We got some great sponsors. So we will have our own Tony Ocean float this Monday. Not this Monday, I'm sorry, October 10th. Columbus Day will be on State Street, that great street, WGN. We covered by all television networks. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a good Columbus Day this year. So we're excited. And we're going to have a lot of our closest friends. If you want to be on the float with us, let us know. We're trying to get a list of our close friends. We got to thank our sponsors out there that's going to be on there. So we're going to have a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that. And folks, don't forget, October 23rd, I'm going to be in Nashville at the Grand Ole Opry. Hopefully the Josie Awards, which I was nominated for Ocean Spit. Me and my wife will be going out there along with Nixa Hodges and Phyllis. They're nominated too. Ronnie B. Elvis is nominated. Jim Monahan is nominated. Singers, songwriters, performers. And I'm nominated for the Pit, which is a complete shock. And I'm still, this is going to be the Grand Ole Opry. Now, I don't like this new white trash country that's out there. I can't stand that shit. I don't like any of it. But I do love the old stuff. And the Grand Ole Opry basically was formed on the old country music when country was country, when it was real country. There was no smoke. There was no, smoke, and they turn it into a pop. It's like a rap show now, these country shows. And the music sucks, to be honest with you. It really does. There's no meaning to them like the old country does. And I'm just to that history that I'm going to be able to see Roy Clark, Buck Owens, Dolly Parton, Glenn Campbell, Ronnie Millsap, Waylon Jennings, real country singers and real country artists. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm excited. And whether I win or lose, it's going to be fun. I get to spend some time with some friends out there and have my wife by my side. It'll be a lot of fun at the Grand Ole Opry. If I come home with the award, that's great. If not, it's still an award because I was nominated. So to me, that's pretty cool. October 23rd, we'll give you more details on that. All right, we didn't do much stories yesterday because when I had Jim Cunningham, I took up the whole hour. And because, when the conversation is good, I don't want to break it up when they have a good guest on. And, we had a lot of mutual friends. And my prayers also go out to Florida, people in the Tampa Bay area, big hurricane coming out there. I know Donnie's, I don't know, he's not that close to Tampa Bay, but still Florida in general, everybody out in Florida, peace with the hurricane going up over there. That's something about Florida that I never understood. I know people want to go there to move away from the cold and move away, but the thing I don't get, you ever noticed in Florida, you pay a little extra money for, and this was a quote I was going to use later on today, but I might as well use it now since we're on the Florida subject. Mike North, of course, the great Mike North from the Score Radio, and he had his own column in the Daily Herald. Mike North says, so much money you give to Florida to use for sandbags, to building up your home so it can be protected, to boarding it up and, make it safe before these hurricanes. And then you still have to leave after you do that because they want you to evacuate Florida. Well, you know what, folks? I rather shovel or the snowblower, and I'll take the cold because it's not worth it. You spend all that money and you can lose your house just like that with these hurricanes. So that's just my feeling about Florida. It's very small, but it is what it is. Mo, you're the only one doing a Monday through Friday stream of this kind. You definitely deserve to win. Well, Albert, I appreciate that, my good brother. And, I only do it because you guys come on and it makes the day for me. It really does. I met a lot of great friends from the show, which they were just more acquaintances when I first met them. And I started the show, they heard of me as a singer, but then I became great friends. And, Albert's one of them, of course, and Robert Provenzano and stuff, people like that, all you guys out there. Emo and a lot of great people that watch the show, and Isabella and all these people. So we become great friends as well. So I appreciate that. Denise, hope you're doing make your day as well. Thank you, Carol. I will see you tomorrow. Looking forward to seeing you at Rosario's, getting that fly figure. Ooh, can't wait. The figurine. Oh, yeah, I love the fly. All right. Anyway, so let's Costco. Costco has made People magazine, folks, by saying that the hot dogs and hot dog combo will never end. I mean, that's how desperate the news is to come up with good stuff to talk about because it's all shit. So this makes People magazine that Costco says that hot dog combo will never end. That cheap hot dog, whatever it is that you get at Costco, which is actually good if you like that, But they said that will never end. I mean, that's the story in People magazine. They can't come up with anything nice, good, positive, because it's all bullshit. It's somebody getting stabbed, shot, raped. It's just one thing after another. So, hey, for all you Costco hot dog fan lovers, God bless you. Right? What the hell? When I was a little kid, I thought the little pig that went to market meant he went shopping. So we know what that means with a little pig went to market. That means steal. So anyway, see, again, we were talking about the Vagina chips. I know that when we mentioned it on Thursday, it was a big uproar. There are Vagina potato chips that have a scent of tasting like a vagina. And the millennials, the younger generation, are coming up with these potato chips to try to get laid or have sex or whatever you want to use the term now without getting in trouble. And Jerry Drenda we looked up, it was true. It actually was a real thing. It's in Europe and they're all sold out. So you didn't have to believe me, just thought maybe I was talking shit. But Albert actually put up the post that you could actually see it. So it's crazy. So it is what it is. It was a true story. And it's just weird that the way things are going right now with this world, that they have to come up. I mean, isn't it? Whoever would think that they come up with stuff like this, and then people say, "What the hell?" Google it and find out yourself. Vagina tasting chips from Europe only, not sold in the United States. With all the crazy shit in the United States, you'd be surprised it's not the top thing at Walmart when you walk in. You know, get your cart and your bag of vagina chips. That's how crazy this world is. I love this quote. Brittany sent this in from Hillside. In order to insult me, I must first value your opinion. Nice try, though. Good quote, folks. Thank you, Brittany from Hillside, Illinois. It's crazy, isn't it, folks? Fox News. Now, here's what I'm talking about, the generation of what we're going through and kids in school right now. You know, kids are kids when they're in school, grade school, kindergarten. They're kids. Let them be kids. Let them discover things on their own. Don't push shit into kids' minds now. Let them get old enough to understand it themselves, to make the decision for themselves. But these schools now are crazy. Here's a school in New Jersey, folks. They must teach middle school students about anal sex, pregnancy options, and the risk. And they get disciplinary things happen to the kids. I mean, why? I understand crazy stuff that's going on, but some of this stuff just I can't even explain. I'm lost for words, and usually I don't get lost for words. Emo, how you doing, my friend? Richard, how you doing, my friend? I just can't believe that's going on in this world. I feel sorry for the kids, man. The kids want to be kids. Remember when we were kids? I know the world has changed. We went out. We played ball. We played stick ball. We played fast pitching. We went out, shoot the hoops, went playing in the park, played games, whatever. It's crazy now. Sick world we live in, Carol. It really is. And I don't know. I'm happy because hopefully my kids will get grandkids, and I'll try to be the best grandfather I can be. And I would try to teach them the old school ways as much as I can and be loving, because that's what I want to do. You know what I mean? But it also, folks, if you think about it, your parents or your family can teach you one way and you might go along with it. But the minute you get into the jungle outside in the schools around your friends who might not think like you do, or your parents, then all of a sudden you become the weirdo. Oh, you have that old school way. This is the way we're supposed to do shit now. So it's got to be very troubling to be a young adult, or it's tough as an adult. But you know what I mean? Our children are blessed to have what we have had. Luann, I agree with you, hon. We're completely different world we're living in. And it doesn't look much better, folks. It doesn't look much better. You think it's bad here in the United States, folks? How about this? An 8-year-old girl from Russia could face up to 6 years in prison for using Instagram. They're not allowed to do stuff on social media of some sort, especially not Instagram. This is an 18-year-old girl, which technically 18, she's an adult, but they don't want them to use Instagram, and they're going to put this kid possibly in jail for 6 years for using social media. I know our country's screwed up, but my God. All you pizza lovers out there, National Pepperoni Day. If you like pepperoni on your pizza. I'm a cheese and sausage guy myself, but happy Pepperoni Day. All right. According to Fox News, Senator Kennedy advised love is the answer, but you ought to own a handgun just in case. See what I mean, folks? This is what's coming out of our politicians, Republican or Democrat. It's all whacked up. Especially the people in charge right now is completely crazy. And I think they're feeling the rope tightening because November is coming right around the corner. And I got to think things are going to change in the House and the Senate for the best. I'm hoping. That's just me. But what I'm trying to say is before, people might have had guns in the house for hunting or whatever, you know what I mean? But now it's like people are taking them to protect themselves because you don't know what's going to come into your house. I mean, it's scary, man. Before, remember when we were kids, you used to leave the door open. You'd leave town and your neighbor would watch your house, get your mail for you, take care, watch now. It might still happen now. I don't know. I don't know if that still happens. Or can you trust the people that living next to you? I mean, if you're looking at, you don't know who's a psycho anymore. You don't know who's a pedophile. You don't know who's a psycho. You don't know anything anymore. So it's just scary. Remember when everybody got the shot and everybody was putting on social media, I got the vaccination. I was saying, why don't you just put exactly what you've done, whatever. I'm an ex-alcoholic. I'm an ex-wife beater or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm a pedophile. I live right down the street. So you just don't know anymore, and I don't know. It's crazy. Michelangelo, my friend, how you doing? Hope you're well. Hope you are well, my friend. American Airlines. Listen to this. You're on a flight. You're going somewhere. Speaking of flights, our son Joey just got back from Texas, where everything is big in Texas. He works for Portillo's, the marketing department, and right now they don't have a Portillo's yet. They're building one up there, so they have a bunch of these beef shacks or whatever they're called, like these little, like an old ice cream truck kind of thing. And they go around to different towns and they give out samples of what Portillo's is coming to Texas. And Joey said the amount of people were like, oh, like the Messiah's coming, because they never had shit like that. It was the same thing when it hit Florida, same thing when it hit Arizona, same thing when McDonald's first moved to Italy. I remember my grandmother calling, going, oh, McDonald's is here. It was huge. So that's a good thing. It gives everybody a variety. Randy G, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Now you're American Airlines. You're a passenger. And all of a sudden through the speakers, you start hearing loud groans. It almost sounded like an orgasm or vomiting. Now, this was one passenger, American Airlines. Who knows what those captains are doing there. Those captains are doing up, in the front over there, in the cockpit. No pun intended. But there you go. Crazy stories as it is. Oh, Bears win. Yeah, 23-20. No passing. I'm sorry, folks. I'm still not convinced. They're done. That's just me. My Giants even lost yesterday. We even know it too. But Brady lost. So what does that tell you? New England lost. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing, folks. Now, folks, we mentioned this last week a couple times about the 3-year-old kid that fell into Lake Michigan by Navy Pier. First, when the story first appeared 2 weeks ago, the kid fell into the water and he was in critical condition. And then we later find out after they checked the cameras that a woman pushed the kid in the water. And then they did more investigation. They found out that the woman who pushed the kid in the water was his aunt. When the lady was arrested, said she didn't know who the kid was. And now, unfortunately, the kid has died. The 3-year-old kid has died because an aunt pushed him in the water in the Lake Michigan. There's a 3-year-old kid. A 3-year-old kid was pushed into the river, Lake Michigan. How does a person? I could not imagine losing someone, your child or someone like that, and then when it's done like this deliberately, that means this world is gone. The morals, these people don't give a shit. It's not like you can read. It's not like when you have kids, you do what you do. You got to do what you do, and it is what it is. You got to be a good parent. It's not like you can take a kid and you can bring them back to Blockbuster after you have it for 2 weeks. So you can't return the kid. Just kill him. That's what people you see. Kids end up in garbage cans, and it's like, what the hell is wrong with these people? It's a shame, sick world we live in. Christine, the poor kid, 3 years old. Yeah, nowadays. But like I said, like Mama D said, the world is not bad, folks. It's just a lot of certain individuals in this world that's turning this world upside down. And Mama D, if you're listening, we miss you. She's still in rehab, getting better, but she's not ready to come home yet. But she will be coming home soon. So thanks everybody that asks about Mama D. So unfortunately, our prayers go out to the kid who did, the 3-year-old kid. And what can you say? Don't lock this aunt up, this woman up. Don't lock them up. What's the point? They're going to release her anyway. Just shoot her. Better yet, put a whole bunch of bricks on her and throw her into Lake Michigan. Watch her drown. Dennis, sickos is the word. That's even too nice of a word for these people. Banned books. They're banning books. To Kill the Mockingbird. Bunch of books on the list that have been banned since 2020. And here's what I say. And this is just me. You know me. My opinion doesn't mean much to anybody, but it does mean, it makes a little sense to think. If people are banning books or people are telling you not to do things, it should be up to the individual to decide if he doesn't want to read that book. I think the younger generation or people in general should go out and get these books, read them, and find out why they're being banned, and then make the decision yourself. You can't take away history. And that's what they're trying to do, folks. To Kill a Mockingbird, they're banning those books in the schools, in the libraries. Jimmy from Lyons, Illinois says, a person who never makes a mistake is a person who does nothing. Absolutely. You're going to make mistakes in life. We all do. We still do to this day. We still do to this day. But the only way you're going to learn from the mistakes is by making them, taking a shot, taking a chance, taking a new job, or moving out of state, or doing something that's not comfortable for you. And you know what? I admire people that just pick up and say, I'm leaving, or I'm quitting my job for something else, or I'm moving out of state, or I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I want to try to, something that your passion, that puts everything to their passion. I appreciate that. I envy people like that. I was one myself when I quit my job working with my dad's bakery. I would have been set at $30. Whatever. I was making like $35 an hour working for my dad at the bakery in Ganella when I graduated high school in 81. And I quit it twice. Thank God I got to where I'm at now. But the point is, you had to take a chance. Yes, I was damn scared, and you should be. But you got to go out and do it. You got to go out and try. You got nothing to lose. Kathy Splaccio from Arizona. Hope you're doing well. Democrats don't want you to know. Democrats don't want you to know. Absolutely, Dennis. But like I'm saying, whether you're Democrat or Republican, read the books yourself and find out yourself why they're banning these books. You make the decision. You make the decision. That's what it's about. Danny Mazzi and Robin, my good friends, happy anniversary to you guys. Co-founder, of course, of the Oceanettes and Armando's grocery stores in the Chicagoland area. The great words of Danny Mazzi: buy local, shop local. I mean, that's something that we should always say. I end the show with that. Danny, thank you, my brother. I love you guys. Hope you're having I hope you're going somewhere. I hope you went somewhere for your anniversary, or planning to go somewhere for your anniversary, folks. Ocean Spit Little Show. Now, the next live remote, folks, it's going to happen. Me and my wife used to do it a lot more. We haven't done them in a while, but the last one we did was at Cousins, and it was a pretty successful. About 40 people showed up. So the next one, folks, for you guys to join us live remote is going to be Thursday, October 13th at Moretti's in Hoffman Estates. Our guest will be President Freddie Hoffman, and we're giving away free pizza. Free pizza for everybody that comes out to Moretti's October 13th. Free pizza. Not to go. You're going to have to eat it there. But we're going to give away free pizza Thursday, October 13th, Moretti's, Hoffman Estates. Come be part of the live remote with Ocean Spit, of course, with my co-host and my wife, Laura Ocean. So it's going to be very cool. Come on out and support Moretti. Great food, actually. All right, folks. CNN, 11 children were dead after another open-fired whack job in another school. This just happened in the country of Russia. I mean, it's happening all over the world, folks. Why the kids? Why do you have to go after the schools? Why do you have to go shooting people? Cowards. That's what I call these people. 11 children killed in a school in Russia. Another open shooter. Another coward piece of shit that's got to go out and hurt people because maybe someone didn't agree with them or her, whoever it could be. I don't know. Most of these people that have been shooters have been men, I've noticed. Has there been any women shooters? I don't know. Hillbilly rock stars are in the house. My buddy Lee Roth, make sure Leo Roth, go out and see them. They're a great band. playing some great music, man. So say hello to my good buddies, Hillbilly Rockstars. Go check them out. Oh, Kathy Ippolito will be there. She'll be there for our live remote. Oh, that's great, Kathy, because you're coming in from California. So that's going to be great. Yeah, we are doing well, Hillbilly Rockstars. I hope you guys are doing well, man. Some evil people are possessed. They are. But you know what? Look, even the Jeffrey Dahmer series that everybody's going gaga for, they had 2 or 3 documentaries on this guy. Right now, the family is suing. They're saying they're pissed off. According to the New York Post, Jeffrey Dahmer's Netflix series family slammed the series. Rightfully so. Unfortunately, this guy's a whack job. But if you watch the movie, and I haven't, I've seen the original movies and the documentaries when it first came out. So I basically know a lot about the case. This guy was raised fucked up. And you want to blame anybody, you got to blame his mom and dad for putting the torture into this guy's kid. Now, I'm not saying that what he did is right, but you got to go back to when things started. You got to go back when the first uncle molested you when you're upstairs, or when the first somebody, your father, or whatever it is, mother, and it happens, folks. You're hearing about it all the time. These serial killers just don't wake up and start killing people. It always goes back to the beginning of their life. Something happened to them, and it's crazy. There is some truth to that. There's a lot of truth to that. There is. Don't need to see sick movies like that. Yeah, I won't watch it. I don't care for it. But I'm trying to say is that's what I mean. You got to look back at the history of this guy who went through all this shit, and it started with his parents, some uncle. So when it starts with someone in your own family or your own neighborhood. I grew up with John Gacy, maybe 10 minutes from my house. He used to live down the street from my uncle's house, Ron. John Gacy, ladies and gentlemen, was he wasn't a mayor, but he was like the mayor of the town. I mean, kids loved him, family loved him. He was doing everything for charities. He was doing parties. He was doing picnics. He was giving money. He was dressed up as a clown, give candy to kids. He was a hero in that town. And while he was doing all that, he was burying these kids and burying them in the bottom. You know the story. You know the story. So it doesn't make a difference. A great family is very important. My parents taught me to love. Emil, I agree with you. I agree with you, buddy. Like I said, I'd rather have the loud, obnoxious guy at your door than the quiet guy who smiles at you and secretly fucks you over. Watch out for those people, folks. Those are the worst. They have a brand new movie coming out called Blonde about Marilyn Monroe. I was never a big Marilyn Monroe fan, but there's a lot to that woman. You hear the story. She slept with John Kennedy. She slept supposedly with Bobby Kennedy, too, his brother. Supposedly, a lot of stuff she might have heard that was going on with the presidency and everything like that. Supposedly there's supposed to have been a pregnancy maybe, and that's why this woman had to be killed, eliminated. So that might be an interesting story, the new Marilyn Monroe movie called Blonde. Elton John is in tears when President Joe Biden gives him an award. Oh, he must have been so happy. Elton, you don't need an award from the president. Elton John is Elton John. All right, folks, let's get now. People Magazine, again, this is cover a story in People Magazine. A 9-year-old cancer survivor was heard saying by a nurse in the hospital, saying, "I'm sorry," before his father strangled him to death. So the kid's saying, "I'm sorry, Dad," and the dad strangles him. A 9-year-old boy. That's what I'm trying to talk about. 9-year-olds, 3-year-olds, 15-year-olds. These are kids. What can these kids possibly do to you to make you that angry? You're kids. You're going to fuck up. Adults fuck up. We fuck up every day. These are people you're supposed to love. You're supposed to nourish. You're supposed to take care of these kids. These people are supposed to be our future. We might not all agree on the shit of the way sometimes we think, but your heart has got to be in the right spot. You got to take care of these people. I'm in tears that Biden has done. Yeah, I know. Your 401k. We're going to get into that, Rick. Rick Sorsey, folks, great drummer from the Cave Dwellers, another great guy, a great friend and a great musician in the Chicagoland area. You know, talking about your stocks, you hear about their stocks and everything that's going down, going to shit, folks. Now people start realizing, you know, you notice now when they voted for President Biden, now once they started filling their gas tanks, boy, did we fuck up. Yeah, we sure did. And there's more to it than that, but we'll skip over that. What's a Super Bowl? They announced the Super Bowl halftime show. CBS Rihanna will be the Super Bowl halftime entertainment. I don't watch that shit either. Don't watch any of that stuff either. I like the Super Bowl. This year, the Super Bowl is going to be the day after our daughter Nina and Eric get married. So, hangover when watching the Super Bowl the next day. It's going to be in Arizona this year, 2023 Super Bowl. Rihanna will be the halftime host. Watch her dancing and lip syncing and like all those other acts do. I liked it when Springsteen played, the Stones played, Aerosmith. They didn't lip sync. They really sang. So that's good. A 74-year-old convenience store clerk was caught on video defending herself from a robbery during a shift, but her boss said that he didn't believe the video and fired her anyway. So didn't believe his own employee story that's already on video, protecting herself. 74-year-old clerk protecting the store, protecting herself, and the boss ends up firing her anyway because he didn't believe her story, even though it's on videotape. Trust is gone. Everything is gone. I can't believe people that voted for him still are in favor of him. Yeah, Carol. Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about Ocean's Rat Pack. Ocean's Rat Pack got 2 shows coming up this month, coming up in October, folks. We're excited. First of all, October 1st, Saturday, October 1st, we're going to be, October 9th, Sunday, October 9th, we'll be at the Lyric Theater. And we're going to the South Side, folks, the Lyric Theater. 12952 Western Avenue in Blue Island, Illinois. That's going to be Sunday, October 9th, Ocean's Rat Pack. For tickets, go to www.lyrictheater.com. 4:30 intro, doors open. 5 o'clock is dinner. 6 to 7:30 is the show. And also, folks, October 15th, we'll be at the Wyndham Hotel in Kenosha, Wisconsin. For my people on the north side of Wisconsin, go to what'shappening.com for tickets. For that show, $10 for ticket sales or $12 at the door. Ocean's Rat Pack, 2 shows in October. So we're excited about that. Ocean's Pit Litter Show. John, hello, Greg, my good friend Greg from Taverna. What a great night it was on Saturday. Even though it rained, people stayed. People were still dancing. And if you've never been to that patio, folks, it's the #1 in the suburbs. Reader Magazine. You got to check it out. And like I said, the food is outstanding. The atmosphere is great. They got that giant fire pit. If you've never been there, it's worth a shot. If you've never been to Taverna on Division, to check it out. Whether there's an entertainer that you like or just to go out to dinner, because the food is good, the ambiance is good, and just that big giant fire pit. And then next door they have the Joint Pizzeria. It's more laid low. You can watch football, you can drink, and there's gaming in there. So it was like 2 spots for the price of 1. So check that out, my good buddy Greg from Taverna on Division. John Faso, hello, my dear friend. It was good seeing with John. It was great seeing you and Vivian. Happy anniversary. Thank you for coming on Saturday night to Taverna. I appreciate it. And boom, boom, Faso. Yes, and Saturday, the song for us. Al Di La. We tried to do the best we could, me and Tony Toto. Tony bailed us out on that one. Tony Toto did a good job with Al Di La, the Italian song. For you and Vivian. So happy anniversary, John. All right, guys. So what else we got over here? More stuff we're talking about. As crazy as things are, people buying cars, they go to the car dealership. They go to a car dealership and buy a car, usually, right? Well, there's something called Vroom, V-R-O-M, like Vroom, starting the car. There's been reports now that people have bought these cars online, ladies and gentlemen, and 2 years later, after they bought the car online, they still don't have a title. And some of these people are reporting that they've lost their car, and their cars are back. They've been in they've been taken away. After 2 years, they still don't have a title. You've got to be careful for some of these companies out there. This is something called Vroom. There's a couple of people that have already made posted stuff on social media about it. That they bought cars, and 2 years later, they still don't have a title. So some of these cars have been impounded because it's not their car. So you got to look into that shit, folks. You got to look into that stuff. It's pretty crazy. For people in Michigan, folks, the world's largest sky bridge. I love Michigan. Just say yes if you ever get a chance to go out to Michigan. This is supposed to be, they're building the world's largest sky bridge. It's supposed to be 1,200 feet. It's going to be cool in Boone Valley, Michigan. So that's going to be kind of cool. I love bridges and stuff. The string bridges are pretty cool. Ocean's Pit, we got some birthdays, folks. My good buddy Brentwood Bill celebrates a birthday today. Happy birthday, Brentwood Bill. Albert Abreu from the New York Yankees celebrates a birthday today. How about Baba? Baba Walters celebrates a birthday. Barbara Walters. Johnny Morris, former Chicago Bear, turns 87 years old today. Johnny Morris. George Gershwin, the Gershwin brothers, the great the songwriters, the Gershwin, plays music. Absolutely. Can't miss that. Stephanie McMahon of the WWF, WWE CEO Stephanie celebrates a birthday today. Lil Wayne rapper turns 39 years old. Our good friend Katie Cook. I hope you're doing well, Katie. Happy birthday. Samuel Adams, and not the beer, but the actual politician Samuel Adams, one of our former presidents, celebrates a birthday today, folks. Gwen Paltrow, an actress who I haven't heard too much from her in the 90s, 2000s. Gwyneth Paltrow celebrates a birthday. How about singer Meatloaf celebrates a birthday if he was still alive today? The great Meatloaf celebrates a birthday. Steve Kerr, former player of the Chicago Bulls. That's right, Steve Kerr celebrates a birthday. Richie Meatball, my good buddy, celebrating a birthday. Hope you're out there, pal. Lulu Sylvester, another great entertainer in the Chicagoland area. Her and her husband, Doug. Lulu celebrates a birthday. Happy birthday, Lulu, today. Our prayers also go out. We lost a great Chicagoland entertainer, musician, Ruben P. Alvarez, has passed away. A lot of people, I worked with Ruben a couple times years ago. So our prayers go out to the Alvarez family. Folks, I'm telling you, I'm just trying to come up with some good stuff, and I hope you guys are doing well today. It's a good day. It is a good day. It's chilly, but who gets? Now, look, here are some companies, folks, who puts a lock on, who puts a lock to keep people from getting locked out. Now, you know you need a key sometimes to get into a bathroom. Well, some of these places, folks, there's a key for you to get out. Once you get in, you can't get out. New employee got trapped in his office bathroom and needs a card key to get out. Who does that? What is the purpose of that? Usually you need a key, right, to get into the bathroom sometimes. But now you need one to get out? That's insane. Substitute teachers. I know Isabella Drake is watching. Substitute teachers. That has to be a tough job. Because, you're in class and you're used to one teacher and a substitute comes in there and sometimes they get no respect. That's got to be a hard job. I mean, being a teacher itself has got to be a tough job. But being a substitute teacher, I know that when we were kids, some of the substitute teachers took a lot of shit from all of us. Too long bathroom break, right? Maybe that's it. Maybe they're timing that. You know what, Carol? That's probably what they're doing. Some of these people are probably going into their bathrooms with their phones and whatever. Yeah, take a long lunch break. Now they probably time you. That's probably why hey, you've been in the bathroom awfully too long, Maybe that's why they're doing it. That would be the normal reason why people would do it if they're going to do it. But so kudos today to the substitute teacher. I mean, you know how much we love teachers in general, but the substitute teachers, God bless you. Kudos to you, because I'm sure you guys are probably still getting shit in school. Oscar Mayer Wiener, folks. These hot dogs have been around for how many years? Now they got something called the Hollow Weenies. Hollow Weenies. For Halloween, of course. Get this, folks. Chicken, pork, beef hot dogs, but Also now they got black licorice in them. Black licorice hot dogs, folks, for Halloween. Who's in? Not me. Not me. Maybe stealing toilet paper. Craig. Good one. Good one, Craig. Craig Olson, another great musician in the Chicagoland area. Maybe they're stealing toilet paper. Or like, it's crazy. KJ, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Oh, yeah, yuck. I say, even though Natalie loves my sister Natalie loves licorice, she said she might try it. So go out, Oscar Mayer Wiener's Halloweenies black licorice, chicken, pork, beef, and black licorice hot dogs. I'm sure they're flying out the door. Albert and all you Beatle fans out there, yesterday, September 26, 1969, 53 years ago today, the Beatles released the iconic album Abbey Road. Of course, with them on the front cover, walking down the street. You all know the story of that. But anyway, crossing the street, Abbey Road, 53 years ago, September 26, 1969. Also, another iconic show, The Brady Bunch, aired September 26, 1989, 53 years ago on ABC at 7 o'clock. Here's a story of a man named Brady. That's right, The Brady Bunch. They'll make shows like that anymore, folks. Good to kill bad breath. Oh, there you go, Albert. So get the black licorice to kill bad breath. Brushing your teeth in scope works too. Try that. Maybe a little gargling, a little gum. Folks, let's talk about it. People have been bitching about their 401ks. Richard from Joliet, Illinois says, my 401k went down faster than Kamala Harris at the Willie Brown interview. The 401ks are suffering, folks. Stock market's down $7.6 trillion since Joe Biden has become president of the United States. $7.6 trillion. How is your 401k, folks? Whoo, scary shit. Alec Baldwin and 3 other people looks like they're finally going to face charges in the next couple weeks. Coming weeks, Alec Baldwin, of course, shooting one of the camera people when they were filming the movie. Of course, we haven't heard much about it yet. Of course, he denies doing it. But according the gun experts say there's no way that gun could be shot unless somebody pulls the trigger. So there's going to be inside stories. It's been fighting. I'm sure that's going to go to trial too. And people will be watching it like you did the Johnny Depp trial, which, by the way, now he's going out with his lawyer. So God bless. Interesting to see what happens to Alec Baldwin. And the 3 person did die. Got to feel bad for the people that have tons in their 401ks. Oh, it's got to be. It's got to be, folks. How bad is it that Sharon and Ozzy Osbourne are leaving the United States, folks? They're going back to England. They're going back to the UK. And they're saying that now you get in trouble for doing anything anymore. Watch your mouth. Do this, do that. You're in trouble. So Ozzy and Sharon are leaving. Like Ozzy and Harriet. Ozzy and Sharon Osbourne are moving to England, folks. A lot of people are leaving the United States. A lot of people are definitely leaving the state of Illinois. If you guys remember, people were leaving, 300 people a day were leaving the state of Illinois prior to 2020, the pandemic. So crazy as it is out there, I'm hoping for better. I'm hoping for better. I just don't see it. Not with this regime. I don't see it. Love this quote by Jerry from Hinsdale, Illinois. Pretty sure I only need one more bad decision, then I'll have the whole set. Look, we've done them in life. We fucked up in life. We made some bad decisions. I've made many bad decisions. Of course, I've learned from my mistakes most of the time. But good quote. I love these quotes and things that you guys send and stuff that I find on social media. At this point, I'm convinced there's some people that are put into this planet just to get our. I think certain people come into your life, and we all know that, folks, for different reasons. Some are good, some are bad. Some, I had a friend of mine. I'm not going to mention names. I had a friend of mine who was dating a girl, and they were real close. He thought they were real close, and she gave him hints that they were real close. So they were getting close. They were traveling. They were having a great time, and she pulled the rug out from him. broke his heart, went into a depression. Then he had problems with his heart and stuff like that. And then he went to the doctor. So, and they found out he had heart issues, and now they're being taken care of. But the point is, it's almost like if this guy didn't go through that relationship, he might have never found out about his heart. So some things, unfortunately, happen bad to you, but you can end up finding out something good. It can maybe take care of a problem or disease or something that they catch. So there's something that happens when you bump into all certain people, and it is what it is. Lucille Ball, we were talking about women in power. We were talking that last week about certain women in power. People didn't realize Lucille Ball, what great comic actress she was, of course, with I Love Lucy and the Lucy Show and all that. Here's Lucy and all that. Lucille Ball, of course, she was the first woman ever to own her own major film studio, Desilu, with her husband. And, you know, she started shows like Star Trek, Mission Impossible, Lost in Space. That's because that Lucy Ball and Desilu Corporation okayed them, or never would have had those three iconic TV shows on the air: Mission Impossible, Lost in Space, and Star Trek. People still love those shows. The reruns, they still love them. All because of Lucille Ball and what she did for women in comedy. She's still very funny. Her and Carol Burnett were the best, my opinion. A pack, here we go back to the young kids again. A 12-year-old kid, a 12-year-old daughter and their father make a pact. They make a pact with each other. Usually it's, hey, dad or daughter, son, I'll be there for you. I'll be there to help you. When you're down, I'll always be there for you, mom and dad. That's what you say to your kids. This was a crazy pact, folks. A 12-year-old daughter shot herself and then her father because of a murder pact that they had together. Now, obviously, we don't know what these people were going through, and people in life go through a lot of crazy shit. It must have been, how bad could their life have been that they both kills herself and her father, and they both agree on it? They made a pact together. 12-year-olds. Now, every story you've been saying today, 12-year-old, 13-year-old, 5 years old, 3 years old, it's all younger kids, a younger generation. There you go. Trump was right when he said Biden is president, the stock market is going down. Emil, you're absolutely right. I see a lot of quiet people out there, folks, but this is not a political show. But we know it's going to get a little bit more political in this world, folks, as we're getting close to November. And it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Honda. They make cars, they make motorcycles. Honda's been around in the forever. The Honda brand. According to 98.7 KLUV, Honda accidentally paid their employees overtime bonus. Accidentally paid them overtime bonus. And now they want their money back. Better yet, let me rephrase that. Honda's accidentally overpaid their employees with bonuses, not overtime, just bonuses. And now Honda wants the money back. I don't think so. You screwed up. You got to deal with it, right? Imagine working for Honda and you get these surprise bonuses in the mail, and then they find out, oh, sorry, made a mistake. We got to take that back. That sucks. All right, folks, that would suck working for Honda. M&M's. Halloween's coming. Favorite chocolate candy, covered candy, chocolate coated. Everybody loves them, all the different colors. People wonder what M&M stands for. Some people might have thought, when you put them in your mouth. No, some people might already know what M&M stands for. But, folks, M&M stands for the founders. M&M was founded in 1941 by Forrest Mars Sr. and Bruce Murrie. Murrie. They were the ones that discovered M&Ms, and that's what M&M stands for. So there's something not so crazy about, what is the meaning of M&Ms? That's it. Named after two guys who found it in 1941. Canada. If you're going to go traveling to Canada, folks, they finally lift the COVID-19 coronavirus rules that now you can travel into Canada. For a while, you couldn't. They were still pretty strict out there. in Canada. Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we already talked about Jeffrey Dahmer's family, according to that. James Earl Jones, one of the great actors, and of course, his voice is known everywhere in all the documentaries of God and everything. You always hear the great James Earl Jones. And of course, he was the voice of Darth Vader in the movie, of course, Star Wars. You are not my father. Anyway, yeah, Darth Vader. He's retiring. James Earl Jones is retiring from the voice of Darth Vader. I don't know. They're going to have to come up with somebody to come up back with that great iconic voice, according to Today magazine. The Pro Bowl, according to Sports Illustrated, according to Sports Illustrated, the NFL's Pro Bowl used to be the best players from each side, AFC against the NFC, would play, and they would come up with a Pro Bowl. It would be in Hawaii, and it would be, and it really doesn't make any sense. It's not like the All-Star game where it actually means something. This is nothing. They all get together, none of the best all the players play a couple rounds, they get hit. Now they're just going to change it. They're going to get rid of the Pro Bowl in general, come up with something else, maybe something more meaningful. So don't expect to see the Pro Bowl maybe this year, but I don't know if it's going to happen. But it's definitely going to be in for a change. This is the Pro Bowl for all you NFL fans out there. Congratulations to Italia, Italy. Yes, the new lady, God, you got to love her. Georgia Maloney. Congratulations. Now, everybody in Italy is so happy. And you want to hear a great quote that someone said from this election. Folks, Italy counts all their votes in one night. Why can't we do it here in the United States? That's suspicious. Italy can count all their votes in one night and have a declared winner. No, not necessarily here in the United States, especially with that last election. So congratulations, Georgia Maloney. In Italia, Patrick Kane and the Chicago Blackhawks, they're thinking about trading Patrick Kane. You've lost everybody already, Hawk fans. And so if they get rid of Patrick Kane, probably wouldn't shock anybody since they get rid of all their best players all the time. It is what it is. Again, we mentioned this about Florida. And again, we pray for everybody in Florida with the hurricane out there. Folks, it's been a good show, and it's coming to the end for me. I hope you guys are enjoying yourself today. Don't forget, tomorrow Rosario's, Thursday Moretti's in Edison Park, Friday Chicago Prime, Saturday 2 shows will be at the Broken Oar from 2 to 6 with Mojo's Jukebox, and then 8 o'clock at Lucky Lulu's in McHenry. Prayers for Florida. I've been saying that for years. In other Europe countries, one day vote. Yeah, never knew that. Anyway, folks, website, Tony, and there's Zoe's at it again. Let's not forget, last but not least, our last sponsor, of course. Well, we do. So don't forget, also have Portillo's fundraisers. Now our son is back working for the marketing department. If you have a nonprofit organization looking to raise a little money, check out Portillo's. Joe Fank at Portillos.com. 224-636-3646. And let's not forget Dave Antonelli's Patriot Funding Incorporated. Commercial money lending at its finest when timing is everything. That's Patriot Funding Incorporated. Give Dave a call, 630-675-4730. Also want to thank my wife, Laura, yesterday, and, of course, our executive producer, April, who helped us because we couldn't get the show running yet. We couldn't see Jim, our guest yesterday, but we couldn't go live for some reason and actually end up working. So it worked out well. Anyway, folks, I hope you guys have an incredible day. And remember the great words of Ringo Starr, peace and love. Buy local, shop local, go out and support local establishments, live entertainment. Go out and support those mom and pop restaurants. They need you more than anything else. And be kind to one another, folks. Be kind. Make sure you have a great day and hope to see you this week. God bless you all. And the great words of Ringo again, peace and love. Have a great day, folks. Nick Sahajas, the piano man. Take us out. Goodbye, everybody.
Time to go. It's the end of the show. See you later from time.